I'm a busy dad, and I have been struggling so much lately trying to find how to fit gaming back into my life. This thing just might be the solution I'm looking for. This is the Legion Go S Z1 Extreme running SteamOS. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Voorhees. I am a dad gamer. I was a streamer for a while, took a break, tried to reprioritize my life a little bit, and between work, family, and trying to find time to clean, sitting down at my desk and gaming for hours on end has become a real struggle. So when I got my hands on my very first handheld gaming PC, I was honestly curious, could this actually fit into my real life? As I mentioned, this is my very first gaming handheld device, and I didn't realize how big of a difference having something this convenient would make. Being able to pick up a game for 15-20 minutes when I'm sitting on the couch, laying in bed, or when the house finally quiets down for a few minutes, that alone changes everything. The Legion Go S feels super solid right out of the box. The grips are comfortable, the buttons are very responsive, and it does not feel cheap at all. It's also not a very tiny handheld either, but it is balanced well enough that it doesn't feel awkward during those longer gaming sessions. Of course, I did go ahead and buy the Kill Switch D brand case to add that little bit of extra grip and texture to it, and it was well worth it. The screen is gorgeous, but let's be honest, biggest downside with the Legion Go S is that it does not feature an OLED display. They actually saved that and put it on their higher end model, the Legion Go 2. But overall, the screen is amazing. Looks really great, very responsive, fast. I've had no issues out of it. I just really wish that at this price point, they would have actually included the OLED and not opted for the lesser LCD display. The Z1 Extreme chipset, super fast. Indie games play flawlessly. AAA games, you're going to need to crank that down. Right now, I've been playing a lot of Neo 3, and yeah, really got to turn it down in order to get it an acceptable frame rate to actually play the game. But like I said, flawlessly with indie titles, which most of you are going to be playing those on a device such as this one. But it is something that I can grab, play instantly, and the performance of the system has really surprised me. So SteamOS is honestly the biggest win when you're looking at a device like this. In my humble opinion, being able to pick this up, I don't want a Windows unit that I have to go in, screw with updating the software, system updates. I'm kind of old school. You know, I want to pick up a console, turn it on, and play a game. That's it. Very, very simple man. I don't want to do anything else. I have a PC. I have a gaming PC. If I want to deal with that, I'll sit down at my PC and play it. When I am picking up something like the Legion Go, I want a hassle-free experience. So SteamOS for me was really the only thing that sold me on finally making the leap over and finally picking up a unit. And it has been extremely impressive, especially with the biggest feature is the pause. When you just tap that power button and having the resume feature is incredible. Real world, picking it up, I gotta look at it. Boom, you're back in the action. I mean, this thing, let's look at it again. We'll shut it down. All right, it's sleeping. hit the button, and you're back in it. So, and if you take a game and you have it paused, and you hit that button, and then when you turn it back on and you hit the resume function, and it pops right back in exactly where you were, and you're up and playing within a few seconds. An amazing experience. Definitely 2 thumbs up. The battery, like I said, I've been trying to play some Neo 3. I mean, if you are playing a AAA title and you have the power settings turned up, you know, you can go into the system, you can make all the fine adjustments to the power settings. Of course, if you want something that's going to be playable, you got to have it kind of turned up. The battery sucks. Really bad. I mean, you're going to get, I don't know, an hour, an hour out of it. It's bad, okay? If you're playing an indie title and you go in and you can turn the TDP down, you can get a few hours out of it. I also went out and bought like a battery bank so that I actually haven't been able to use it yet because typically I am home plugged in on the couch or laying in bed. So I don't have to worry about the battery at all. But if that is something that you are wondering about, it might be better to stick with like Steam Deck, something like that. Also, the other thing you can do with this is actually remote play, which was probably the most surprising feature out of this device that I've had so far. So when I don't actually feel like sitting at my desk and I want to play on the couch, and I've been doing this a lot with Neo 3, because you have to turn down the quality so much, I will actually stream it from my gaming PC and remote into it, and then play Neo 3 on my device from my computer. And all it's doing is actually transferring the video over. So you got to have decent internet, but I have pretty good internet over here at my house. And the game runs flawlessly. Almost zero hiccups. Occasionally I might have a crash, but once it gets going, usually it's solid and it's good to go. But that does not use barely any of the battery. And that has been an amazing, very surprising feature that I actually didn't know about until actually I already had the system and was playing on it. So that's something you can kind of keep your eye out for. But the battery by itself, not very good. So kind of looking back over at the pros and cons that I'm seeing with this device. Pros, powerful, very powerful system. The screen, I'm going to list this as both a pro and a con. Okay, it's a beautiful screen. It really is. But at this specific price point, I would expect an OLED display, and unfortunately that's just not it. So while it does look good, still pretty disappointed that it does not have that OLED. Controls, the shape, ergonomics with it, very comfortable, buttons super responsive. I do definitely recommend this D brand case. I bought that whole pack. It also came with like a protective cover for it, and a screen cover. It came with some sticky stuff on it, the overlays for the vinyl. I could not for the life of me get that sticker to actually go on there and look good. I mean, it just had wrinkles on the side. I tried as much as I could, and I worked the damn thing a lot, and I just could not get it. But the case is super solid, fits the machine very well, and then it also gives you a kickstand in the back. I haven't had to use that yet, but I can see where that would be a big bonus. SteamOS, huge pro. Love SteamOS. Also, we have already have a catalog of games, so I'm able just to kind of get in there and get to playing right away without spending extra money. Something. Unfortunately, you can't do that with the Nintendo Switch. You're going to pay $90 a game now. Some crazy ass amount. But this is fortunately not going to suffer from that drawback. And then, of course, it's great. I mean, just being able to pick it up, and the ease of use and functionality of it is amazing. Cons, like I said, the screen, not having an OLED, battery. Really, if I'm playing this thing off battery, it sucks bad. It is kind of, I mean, it's a bigger unit, man. It's not, this is not your old school Game Boy. All right, I still got my old Game Boy sitting over there. I'll rock some Final Fantasy 1. But it is definitely a lot bigger. I think that's actually a good thing. I want a nice big screen, but it can over time kind of get a little tiring holding a big ass screen like this. And you'll have to go in and tweak some settings. Like I said though, I'm a simple man. All right, I want a thing I can pick up and not have to screw around with a lot. This does give you that functionality, but you might have to go in there and make some slight adjustments. You can get crazy. If you want to find some videos, there are other people. That is not me. I'm not some tech guy that's going to go in there and adjust all the settings and give you all these performance mode. That ain't me. All right, go find someone else. But I could just tell you, I need simple. All right, so it'll definitely give you that. So my final verdict on the system, and after a month or so, it's been a little over 3 weeks that I've had the system. Was it worth it? And am I actually enjoying the experience with it? Real world use, it's been amazing. Being able to actually get back into gaming again, spend some time with it, on the little down times, quiet times. If I'm watching a movie again with the kids and something I've already seen 30 times, we're watching it again and they're doing their own thing, I can pick this up and kind of play it on the side, or when it gets a little quiet, those quick gaming sessions, being able to use that resume function, pause it, start it back up, get right back into it, and then just as quickly pause it again and then go back to life, has really been a game changer. So I am super happy with it. Although the pricing, it is $8.99 new. I did get it on sale. The buying experience was a whole different thing. Lenovo, your website sucks ass. I had so many issues. I could make a whole nother video just about my issues ordering through Lenovo's website. Ended up picking it up at Best Buy from my order, but then they had to cancel it. Whatever. But I got it for, I think it was like $775, and then I had like $200 in Best Buy rewards, so I got it for around $550. That price, yeah, sign me up all day long. $8.99. I don't know. I might say just spend a few $100 more and get the Legion Go 2. Get that OLED display, that better processor. I think that's the Z2 Extreme. That might be the way to go. So I hope you guys have found this helpful. As dad and trying to find out how to fit gaming back into my life. I'm going to assume that you're trying to do the same thing and trying to figure out if this is going to be something up your alley. I definitely think it's worth it. Try to find a used one if you're low on funds. Facebook Marketplace, you might be able to pick up, a used Steam Deck, or a Legion Go. A lot of times you can score something a lot cheaper than brand new $8.99 price. And I believe that I think the Steam Deck also has, that remote play option. So if you have another PC where you can stream the game directly from it. That might kind of solve those issues. So I appreciate you all joining in. If you enjoyed this review, hit like, subscribe, and then tell me in the comments, if you're going to be picking one up, or if you're going to stick with your gaming PC or console. So until next time, thank you all. See you.